Typically, a titration involves two solutions, an analyte and a standard solution. The analyte solution is the one being studied, and its concentration is usually unknown. The concentration of the standard solution, as well as the stoichiometric ratio of the two reactants, must be known to perform a successful titration.
When performing the titration, we will use a burette filled with the standard solution stationed directly above a flask filled with our analyte plus indicator. In this experiment, our standard solution is sodium hydroxide and our analyte is citric acid. We will need to record the initial and final volumes of the burette to determine our volume of standard solution used. From there, we can calculate the concentration of analyte using the following equation. The initial concentration times the initial volume is equal to the final concentration times the final volume.
Before filling the burette, we will need to prime it. This is done by filling the burette with a few milliliters of the standard solution and rolling it over a few times, and then rinsing it out. Repeat this process a few times before actually filling the burette with the standard solution.
Initial reading is going to be 5.61 milliliters.
Initial volume is 5.61 milliliters.
Here we're going to add the standard solution until we see the indicator turn colors.
Once the solution starts to stay pink for several seconds, it's important to begin letting the sodium hydroxide through drop by drop so that you do not go past the end point.
And then say once it's reached it.
Once the solution has reached a consistent light pink, we know that the endpoint has been reached.
Here we see that this persistent pink color means that the dye has changed color. The indicator indicates that the endpoint is reached. So we will no longer titrate no more.
Hold on.
Volume is 20.81.
Final volume is 20.81.
Here, Alice is going to read the initial volume.
The initial volume is 15.11.
Here, Alex has begun his titration. He will continue to add standard solution via the burette to the analyte until a persistent pink color is reached. Once he sees it begin to turn color around the entrance of the standard solution, he will slowly add it so that he will not pass the endpoint. Here we see the pink as the standard solution is entering the analyte. Continue to swirl it so that it does not, so that we can mix it up well. Here, persistent pink has been reached, so we will stop the titration. This is reading his final volume.
The final volume is 32.49.
Here, Michaela is recording her initial volume.
The initial volume is 21.61.
Here we see Michaela performing her titration. Here Michaela has achieved a persistent light pink, so her titration is finished. Her final volume.
The final volume is 37.89 milliliters.